Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
Welcome to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action.
MLB Network has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Seattle Mariners and the Baltimore Orioles. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Country boy Frank, a right-hander from Kansas, will be on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Ready now is Ichiro Suzuki. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The right fielder, number 51.
First pitch on its way.
First pitch, 6:35.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Frank is coming off a win in his last start, the first of his major league career, so I'm sure he's still riding high from that achievement. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oof, and we are in for some tough conditions tonight. 41 degrees at game time. Here comes the 1-2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Lifted into center field. Jones is right there, one down.
Batting second, the shortstop.
And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
I'll tell you, I'm really looking forward to seeing if the man hitting 8th can stay hot. Yeah, 8th. He has really struggled. Struggle is a kind word. He's been terrible with runners in scoring position. He's hit under 200 in those situations this season. And when that's the case, you start to think that maybe it's in his head. I think he's putting too much pressure on himself right now.
Willie Bloomquist comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1, and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
The 1-1 home. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, the center fielder, Ken Griffey.
Now at the plate here is Ken Griffey. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's taken for strike 1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The windup and the 0-1. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Frank is there, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. The Orioles due up in the first, no score. Mark Langston, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
And now, John Hicks. They
Leading
lead
off
things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman.
Now the pitch.
Hicks.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Drilled down the line. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And the Orioles are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
Stepping in now, Brooks Robinson. This will take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. And fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
Now the 2-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
One of my pet peeves in the game. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. You're all over the heater. How are you late on that fastball?
And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second?
Batting third.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's doing some really special things at home. He's hitting over 350 in games at home, so he's a guy you want to watch. Pretty good odds he'll have another big game here.
Next to dig in, George Sisler. First appearance for him here with the leadoff man still at second and 1 gone now. From the belt, the pitch. Hicks, the runner at second with 1 away. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
That one's in there, 3-1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting fourth. The shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
So now to the plate, Cal Ripken, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Set and the pitch. On he pops it up. Martinez into foul territory, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, that pitch wasn't even close, and he almost chased it. Found the pitcher. I'm going to expand the zone even more on the next one.
1-1. Here it is. Into right field. That's a base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Hey, you never know when the turning point's going to come. It could be your number right there. Just an excellent job. 2-out RBI. I know it's early, but clutch hitting is not just for the late innings.
In now, Frank Robinson, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Here's the 0-1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. Set to get his evening at the plate started. Tino Martinez trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. First pitch coming. Here it is. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get to head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And when you talk about third base, you talk about a step and a dive. But you better have something to go with it when you get to your knees. And that's what this guy has, an absolute howitzer.
So now to the plate, Moses Walker. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away. Jay Buhner is on deck. The 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Fouled away. Fouled off. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Standing in now, Jay Buhner. And it's fouled away. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes now. Count is even, 2-2 to Buhner.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Fouled away. Now another 2-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get two quick outs, D-Roll, then you have a two-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little two-out lightning start.
Into the box now, Raul Ibanez, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting nine for this one. That evens it up, 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Here now the 2-2. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Buhner is off of first with 2 away. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball into the flag court and gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Second home run early in the year as the Mariners have now taken a 2-1 lead.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Into the box, Harold Reynolds. Fouled off. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. Mariners get a couple in the inning on the 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-1 Mariners. To the plate now is the designated hitter, number 12. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
The windup and the 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. It's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now Here's a fly ball. Well hit. Left fielder looking up. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Fourth home run here in the early going as the Orioles have come back to tie this one at 2.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
To the plate now, Oscar Johnson.
The catcher, Oscar.
Now a swing and a fly ball.
Johnson.
And it's a foul ball. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. High in the air out to center field. Griffey is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting 8, the right fielder.
Okay, here's how the Mariners are going to line up defensively. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
At the plate, Nick Markakis, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Swings through it for strike number 2.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Stepping in now, Adam Jones. And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Orioles able to square things up on the solo home run. We've played 2, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Now at the plate is Kyle Seager, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Kyle Seager.
First delivery to him. And it's fouled away. Again, another foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd with a punch out, 1 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
At the plate now, Ichiro Suzuki, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The windup and the 0-1. On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
Ball 2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Willie Bloomquist.
So now to the plate, Willie Bloomquist.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
Popped up. Sisler is over to take a look, and this is going to be a foul ball.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Robinson gets there for the catch, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. Home half of the 3rd coming up, all even at 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the rookie second baseman, John Hicks. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Hard on the ground towards short. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Into the box now, Brooks Robinson, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hicks on at first, nobody out.
He's going.
Runner goes for second. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Well, if you're going to put on the hit and run play, no better time to do it than right after a pitch out. Pitcher's trying to get right back into the zone. You have an opportunity to put barrel on baseball effectively. And he did a great job of it right there.
Standing in now, George Sisler. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is looked at for the first strike. Two balls and a strike to the Orioles first baseman.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try to deuce the ground ball to get a double play.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a liner. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
The batter, number 8.
And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Now into the box, Cal Ripken looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
First offering, as he'll take a look at ball 1.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down to the zone will get him an out.
Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
None out, runners at first and second. And another foul ball.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
He'll try again, 1-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Skied into straightaway right. Suzuki is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good read there at second base to know he can make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Stepping in once again is Frank Robinson, and he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this will land untouched.
With 1 out and runners on the corners, some managers like to hit and run here. It's a little risky, but it can help you stay out of the double play if it's well executed.
Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. Hit back toward the mound. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Orioles settle for 1. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Leading off the inning, it'll be Ken Griffey as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Griffey.
First pitch of the AB on its way. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
1-2.
Oh, this is what you get fired up for right here. Hard fastball against a power hitter. I know he was late right there, but if he comes back, this one might not come back.
Here now the 2-2.
3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. popped him up. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tino Martinez.
So bases are empty with one out now, and that brings up Tino Martinez. And now the first pitch.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
The windup and the 0-1. Down and away, ball one.
1-1.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. Hard ground ball to third. And he whiffs on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
To the plate now, Moses Walker, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0. Ripped down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to take a deep breath. He still has the lead, although it probably doesn't feel like it. So he can't worry about how he got into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Next for Seattle, Raul Ibanez trying to bring in the tying run from third here.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
Strike one to start the at bat. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the stretch.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Stepping in now, Harold Reynolds, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Mariner rally gets turned away as the inning is over. The Mariners threaten but leave them loaded. Still a 3-2 ball game. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading off for the
At the
Orioles,
plate now is
the
number
designated
12.
hitter,
He's set to lead us
number
off in the
12.
home half of the 4th inning. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him. He did well to get a piece that time, and it'll stay 2-2. A full count to the Orioles' designated hitter. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's out number 1.
now batting, the catcher, Oscar Johnson.
Digging in next, Oscar Johnson. He flew out in his last AB. Here's the first pitch.
Hey!
We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Johnson tends to exploit left-handed pitching. Many hitters are better against opposite-handed arms, of course, but he's considered one of the best hitters in baseball in these types of matchups. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here now the 2-2. Nick Markakis is on deck. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
The next 3-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Suzuki is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down.
the right fielder, number 21.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. Digging in will be Nick Markakis. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lifted the other way to left center. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles, but they still lead it 3-2. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Kyle Seager.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Robinson arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Ichiro Suzuki.
Stepping in next, Ichiro Suzuki. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and 1 strike. Good changeup, and it's 0-2. Fouled off. The 0-2 home. Popped him up. Robinson is under it, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop, Willie Bloomquist.
Striding in is Willie Bloomquist. Flew out last time up. First pitch of the AB now. Push softly over toward the right side. Over to first, and that retires the side. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Orioles are on top, 3-2. So here is Adam Jones. He bounced
Leading
out last time up.
The Orioles, the center fielder, Adam Jones.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. The 1-2. Grounded to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, John Hicks.
Ready now for Baltimore. John Hicks singled in his last at-bat. First offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And it's fouled away. Swung on and missed. That strike two.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
The count now at 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Count still full, 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Martinez trying to get there. And the slider misses low and away here. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he could really hurt you.
And stepping in, Brooks Robinson. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Here's the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. The 1-1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting, first baseman, George Sisler.
At the plate, George Sisler, as the first pitch here is a bit high. It's ball 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Rounded softly down the line toward first. But this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Hicks over at second. Robinson at first. 1 gone. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Grounded to third. This could be 2. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. That's how you roll it. 5-4 to 3. A double play sends us to break. More baseball on MLB Network right after this.
Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got.
New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the rookie outfielder, Ken Griffey.
Griffey.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. Now the 1-1 pitch. Back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Here comes Tino Martinez as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2.
You know, pitching isn't always about throwing strikes. Sometimes you just need to make sure your opponent isn't too comfortable up there. And that's just what he did right there. Busted him inside with good hard stuff.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 now.
2-2.
3-2s are scored here in inning number 6. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. And there's 1 away.
The batter, the catcher, Moses Walker.
Next, it'll be Moses Walker. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. First pitch of the AB now.
Ball. Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Up high, 2-1 now. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch, and he fouls this one off. The 2-2.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes